It's me, Stephen from Acer Tarot, with your Wednesday, March 16th 3-card pull. Quick and dirty. Lovely to see you all. Boom, boom. 2 out of 3. 3 out of 3. So first card for today, digging right in quickly, is the 7 of Swords. 7 of Swords is, this is a fantasy card. This is about doing your best to see through illusions, but also having enough whimsy to see the fantasy in things. I always call this card the use your imagination card, but don't fall for don't fall for illusions at the same time. This is a card of escape, and escaping, the logical reality of things. Sometimes it's beneficial, sometimes it's not. It's up to you to weigh that out and to see if there's trickery afoot. Sometimes the 7 of Swords comes up when people are trying to play us and paint a picture for us that is not what it should be. Or, again, when we're doing it for ourselves. So be mindful of that going into today. Second card is the Devil. If you're being very restrictive, don't be. Go ahead and give yourself some space to let some of that darkness out. We talked a little bit about temperance yesterday. And so if I'm seeing the Devil today, what I'm thinking is that we're being too chaste. We are holding ourselves back too much. We aren't giving ourselves enough of the creature comforts, of the sensual pleasures, if you will. This can be a card of addiction. This can be a card of sex and sexuality. It just depends on what space you're in. The Devil, regardless, tells us to, with balance in mind, be mindful that we're giving ourselves some of that good juju. And by good juju, I mean that, sort of kind of dark juju, that taboo juju. If there's something that we're into that is cutting against the grain, that is a kink, if you will, that's a great word to use with the Devil card. Dig in if you're not digging in, especially if you're avoiding it because you're afraid of shame. But at the same time, if you are just letting your freak flag fly and you are drinking them all under the table and you're just having a wild time, it's time to reel that in. You're doing it a little bit too much. That is the Devil in a nutshell. Last card for us is the Messenger. We've had this card pop up a couple times recently, so we know what we're looking at. This is a good day to look at values and to make value judgments or choose to cut against the grain. Deciding whether or not being aligned with your values is actually going to work for you right now. It might be time to change up some of those values. Again, the flip side of that coin being that if you are, trying to go against the grain and do things differently, and you're really being hardcore about that, think back to some of the basics and to some of the traditional things that might work for you where not traditional things aren't. This card has a really interesting, the Hierophant always feels playful to me, whereas it's well, you can do it the way that, it's been done, or you can do it your own way, but, really just figuring that out. Take this to your team, your spirit team, see what they think of the Messenger continuing to show up. That being said, the Messenger also is very knowing. It has a lot of information to give. So if you've got something to share, get out there and share it. That's all we've got for you today. Love you guys. Love yourselves, love each other. And Stephen from Acer Tarot is signing off.